Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for, this is your bonus July reading. We are going to do a move mountain spread. If you don't know, one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says, when your head and your heart become one, you will move mountains. And mountains could be goals, wishes, dreams, anything you want to accomplish, or it could be an obstacle. We are going to take a look at your head in this first row. We are going to take a look at your heart in this next row. And then we're going to look at how to put the two things together so that you can move mountains in that row. I feel like that kind of want to come out, so we're going to take it. But Capricorn, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, feel free to only follow the social media accounts that are linked in the description down below. There are tons of scammers and spammers and all that other stuff. I will never ask you for money. I will never offer personal readings. So make sure you don't get scammed. But let's see here. Capricorn, what is going on for you here with this reading? And Capricorn, you start off here in the area of your head with the whale spirit. This card really is kind of like a card that says you are way more capable of accomplishing a lot more than you realize. So it is a card of accomplishment, it is a card of accomplishing quite a bit in your life as well. The whale, it kind of represents like great depth, and that's what I'm feeling for you here, Capricorn, is that you are kind of like at this point where you could be accomplishing that there is like a lot more inside of you than you realize. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. I feel like a very, in your head, you could be in a dark place for some of you. Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. The Knight of Cups, though, says there is a glimmer of hope. I feel like there is like something, there is a mountain you want to move. I feel like there is something you want to accomplish. I feel like there is something that would make you happy. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor, but it really is your dream life. He is normally looking into that cup on the Knight of Cups. He is scrying. He is like, like water. He's like looking into water and he's seeing what his future life could be. I do feel like currently in your head, there are kind of like some challenges going on because of the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, feeling like you're not good enough, feeling like you're not worthy, whatever. So I feel like one thing is, Marissa Pierce, one of my other favorite people, says you need to say to yourself, you are enough every single day. Totally changed my life, by the way. So definitely something that I would do if I were you here, Capricorn. But what I would also say is that I feel like you need to not call attention to your weaknesses with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like for a lot of you, this could be like one of those things where there are certain weaknesses and it's like I feel like they're almost being magnified with the Ten of Swords. I don't really think that's true, but that's kind of like what I'm feeling here. And so I feel like you need to not call attention to your weaknesses with that Five of Pentacles. Let's see where exactly this is going here, Capricorn. You have the Hangman here. Yeah, I feel like Hangman literally just says you need to change your perspective, right? Capricorn, it just says you need to change the way you look at things. Maybe turn a weakness into a strength, or just don't focus on the weakness at all. We all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, and I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before as well. This reading really is saying I feel like you need to double down on your strengths here with this energy. You have the Four of Cups here. Yeah, too many disappointments. I think that's maybe what is holding you back in your head energy, is it's like the reason you could be starting to believe in the weaknesses, or the weaknesses could almost be, kind of more, I don't think it's like they're more believable, but it's like they're kind of sucking you in. Very weird energy that I feel there. I feel like it's because of certain disappointments. Yeah, disappointments. Five of Cups. It's like things not turning out how you want them to, right? Capricorn, I think that as far as your head is concerned, it's like things for a while have probably not been turning out how you want them to. I think I kind of feel a couple of ways about this. Number one, I think really, comparing, I kind of get a comparing energy here. So I would say comparing yourself to other people would probably be a bad idea, because it's like your path is completely different than anyone else's path. And I feel like that's what you need to realize here in this row, is that your path is not like someone else's. So your life is not like someone else's, right? You're living your own life. You're living your own path. So I feel like not comparing would be a good thing for you here. I also feel like realizing that the way that you're going to accomplish your goal in the first place, whatever mountain you're trying to move here, whatever you're trying to accomplish, right? It's probably not going to happen how you think, right? It's like me. I never thought in a bajillion years that I would be on YouTube, reading cards. Not at all part of the plan, right? I had other plans. Even for like the first few years of this channel, I was still working on other projects. that were in a completely different direction, right? But those projects would never work. And it's like once I just settled in and was like, you know what, this is actually really what I want to do in the first place, what I'm doing right now, tarot, right? It's like then boom, things started growing. So, you know, I kind of get that feeling for you here, Capricorn. I don't think you've had that moment yet necessarily where it's like, boom, things start working. But I think that's what you're working towards here with this energy. It's kind of like, you know, you keep maybe going in other directions in your life and it's like things don't work out in other directions. So it's like I feel like you keep getting, it's almost like you keep getting drawn back to something here. And I really do feel this is more work or business related. It's like maybe you keep trying different types of careers or different jobs, but it's like I feel like you keep coming back to something here for a lot of you. And it's like something that doesn't really have a hold over you, but something you've always wanted to accomplish. And that's like the feeling I get here with this reading. So that could be a good thing. Next, in the area of your heart, you have the No Place Like Home card and the Flexible card. Again, I feel like this Flexible card is just saying that the way that you're going to accomplish your goal is probably not how you think. Maybe you want to be rich. Maybe you want to get married. Maybe you just want to be happy, right? Everybody's different, and I'm not going to judge any one of those things. So what I would say here is whatever you want doesn't matter. You know, I feel like what matters is you accomplishing it, right? You having an experience. And I feel like the Flexible card is just saying you can have it, whatever it is that whatever this is over here, which we're going to talk about. But I feel like, number one, it's probably going to require you to leave a comfort zone. Everybody's had this, and I don't know, I think because we're living in a very uncomfortable time, you know, for the most part, it's like the universe is like saying, it's like, I always like to think of the universe as like needing to do the opposite, right? It's like if we're having an experience where we're like super uncomfortable, I feel like we need to, where we're super uncomfortable, it's like the universe is like saying, it's because you got too comfortable. So you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable, start leaving comfort zones. It's like, I think if we start doing that, maybe we'll break out of this energy. And vice versa as well, right? Like I feel like when everybody is too comfortable, you should practice being, uncomfortable. Does that make sense? I feel like no, probably not. But whatever, Capricorn, I feel like you get what I'm saying. And I feel that for some of you, this is like kind of like the universe is pushing you, outside of a comfort zone here. You have the Lovers, the Hierophant, and the Page of Wands here. It's like the universe is trying to get you to explore and experience new things. I also really feel that the universe is trying to get you to go on your own path. I kept getting something about comparing here. I'm not saying you're comparing yourself to other people like every single moment of every single day. I just feel like there could be kind of like the energy of like, this person did this and they got successful, I did the same thing and I'm not successful. It's that type of comparison where I feel like you see people who are doing exactly what you're doing, they're finding like success, but you're not. Very frustrating feeling. I totally get it. But what I would say here is I feel like the universe is like saying, no. The way that you're going to be doing things is different, and it's probably going to be more successful in the future, actually. So that's what I'd say here. I feel like you've been through a lot of lessons. Again, I feel like this is probably why things are seemingly slow, is the Hierophant. The Hierophant normally has 3 levels to his crown. It kind of says that to get the keys of the universe, normally there are keys on the Hierophant. They represent the keys to the universe. It's like to get those keys, you have to go through multiple steps. You're going to have to learn multiple things. So it's probably like you've learned like 2 lessons, or maybe you've gone through 2 cycles, and maybe you're on your third. I feel like you're about to kind of have your breakthrough here. I really do feel this is a breakthrough reading. And the more I go through this energy, it's like you're having some sort of breakthrough here. Very interesting. Lovers, let's clarify. The Lovers here, it feels off to me. I'm not so sure that that's necessarily a bad thing. Nine of Pentacles popping out here. Could be love coming in for you after you've been if you've been single for a long time. But let's see here, Capricorn, where this middle row is going. 4 of Pentacles here. Yeah, the Lovers can represent a crossroads. Basically, in a traditional Lovers card, it's like behind the man, there's a burning tree. And behind the woman, there's like a bright, beautiful, new growing tree. It's not new, but it has apples on it and a snake and everything. Everything you could want in life, right? A tree with a snake. Who doesn't want that? But probably everybody. But what I would say here is that the Lovers is being at a crossroads. And again, 4 of Pentacles is needing to leave a comfort zone. It's basically holding on too tightly to something. You have the Ace of Swords, major victory coming in for you here. I love this. Things are coming into balance. Sometimes I feel the Ace of Swords is just balance results, meaning if you do an activity or if you take action on something, you actually see results, which I feel, again, you have probably not been experiencing. Like maybe you go out on dates and maybe it never works out, but it's like maybe all your friends are getting married. Like I said, the whole comparing thing, I'm kind of getting that energy for you, Capricorn, where it's like it's like you're doing the thing, the other people are doing, but you're not seeing the same result. This is balance coming in. And Page of Cups as well. I definitely like this here for you, Capricorn, Page of Cups, because Page of Cups is like a dream. It's like an opportunity. And, this fish, I always say, on this cup could easily leave that cup. But I feel like you're kind of grabbing on to some sort of opportunity here. You have the Nine of Wands here. So, again, putting your head and your heart together, we have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is your card. I say this all the time. I mean, it's a card of perseverance. It's a card of needing to not give up. So number one, I would just say don't give up at this time, Capricorn. You have the Six of Swords. Improvements are here. I feel like you're at the end. It's kind of like saying, this is maybe the breakthrough that you're having. Is that it's kind of like you're at the end of the struggle here. You have the Emperor, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Cups here. This, to me, could be you having a better plan with the Emperor. Although the Emperor has shown up quite a bit in these readings. I've done about half these readings so far, and the Emperor keeps coming up. And for multiple people, kind of weird energy. Not so sure how I feel about it because it is an energy of control. You do have the Three of Cups and the Ten of Cups here, which is like, that could be a reunion or getting together with people in your life who want to help you grow. So I feel like teamwork would be very beneficial. Ten of Cups to me is fortune after difficulty as well. So I do feel that there are going to be a lot of improvements coming in for you at this time. So I like to see that. But I also feel that, number one, putting your head and your heart together, allowing people to help you would be a good idea. I feel like surrounding yourself with people who are also like much more positive would be a good idea with the Ten of Cups. I have a weird message for you here, Capricorn. And what I would say is I feel like there are people, or there could be like one person that you're dealing with. It could be like a family member, something like that. I feel like they're like a parrot. And I feel like that is your clue that this person is kind of like a little bit toxic. Maybe you want to spend less time with them or just protect your energy when you're around them. And what I mean by that is like I feel like they have this habit of like having the same problem with people in their lives. I don't really have a good example for you other than the fact that like I've had people in my life too where it's like I would meet a person and they would like cycle through friends, and it would always end in the same weird way, right? Like where they would always get into an argument or anything like that. At first, I would be like, oh, it's these other people, but then I would be like, no, it's you. you're the problem, right? I feel like for some of you, you could have a problem like with a person like that in your life, where it's like they always have like the same type of problem, or they always have the same problem with people or whatever. And I feel like that's your clue that it's not necessarily a good person to have in your energy. So it's popping into my head. Weird message, like I said, take it how it resonates, but it's like what I'm getting. But I feel like you need to surround yourself with positivity. I feel like the more positivity you can surround yourself with, the more successful you will be with this energy. Let's clarify this, though, here, Capricorn. You have the Tower here. This to me is freedom, actually, believe it or not, especially with the Emperor there. For some of you, it's kind of like the breakdown of traditional structure, which is what we're seeing with astrology in the first place. It's going to take a while. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. This is like something that will be going on between now and like 2040, right? So for the next like 20 years, we're going to be seeing the breakdown of traditional structures like government and things like that. I'm not saying we're not going to have government, but I'm just saying, the way things have always been done is probably not going to be done any longer, right? We're changing things. Things are changing naturally. And so this to me is freedom. The challenge, the reason it's showing up as a Tower is because it's like, what do we do with this new freedom? Whenever we're in these times of great change, like I believe we are in right now, I do feel like it's a little bit uncertain. It's like, like what kind of risk can I take here? What can I do? And because it's almost like the energy of the universe is like, I feel this, the best way I could describe it is I feel like people are feeling like they have to ask for permission to do something. And really the only person who can give you permission to do something is you. So it's like if you want to start a business, you just have to do it. You could feel that there are certain regulations, rules, regulations, things like that blocking you. And I'm not saying that there aren't, and I'm also not saying break the law. But what I am saying is that there is going to be freedom for us to kind of like do things, and I feel like you need to like get started. I hope that makes sense. You have the Magician, new beginning, coming in for you here. We'll take this card. I always take the card the Magician is pointing to. You have the Message in a Bottle card here. Yeah, the Message in a Bottle card is like a message coming in for you, but it needs to be like broken open. We're going to clarify that. And you have the Ten of Wands as well. Very interesting as well. I almost get this feeling that for some of you, something that feels like a burden or something that you maybe see as a burden in the past is turning into something you want in the future. What I mean by that is it's like maybe you see, maybe in the past or maybe over the last few years, you have looked at relationships as a burden. Maybe you have looked at them as something that takes time or whatever. I feel what could be changing here, and I have the hiccups now, is the fact that maybe in the future you will actually want a relationship. It's like something is changing, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm getting here. What's this message in a bottle? Two of Pentacles here. Let's keep going. Six of Wands here. And the Moon card here as well. So I feel for some of you, Six of Wands is a card of success. Six of Wands is like a card of having gone to war. The guy on the Six of Wands, he has normally gone to war. He's coming back. He's being cheered on, but he still has the burdens from war. That's what nobody talks about with the Six of Wands. He still has experienced loss. He's still experienced the difficulties and challenges. You know, the hummingbird animal, spirit totem, represents going on a long journey to get your nectar. It kind of like says you have been through a lot. I feel like that's what you need to realize. And why is this important? Because to me, it is basically saying that you have all these experiences to draw on. It says like, I think people sometimes throw away their struggle. And it's like, if you went through something hard, it's like, don't throw that away. There's probably a reason that you went through something difficult or challenging. There's probably some gold. I always tell people, you have to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold. But if you've been through a struggle, there's probably some gold in that. There's probably something you've learned that you can also benefit from, right? And I feel like you need to dig that up. You have the Two of Cups here, Page of Wands, wanting to pop out here as well. You have the Six of Wands with the Six of Wands. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. And the Ace of Cups, your emotions overflowing. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be accomplishing a lot more than you realize here, Capricorn, but I feel like it's time to get to work. Pretty good reading. I feel like there's victories coming in for you, definitely a new beginning, and I also feel like a lot of happiness coming in for you here as well. I would just say no comparing yourself to other people, but I would also say I really feel there's a breakthrough coming in here. It's weird. There are no cards that I would consider to really be a breakthrough other than the Ace of Swords here, kind of a breakthrough, but I feel like there is a breakthrough coming in for you here in your life, and I really like it. It's going to lead to success. So thank you for being here, Capricorn. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time, Capricorn. But thank you, Capricorn, and definitely enjoy your month.